Hey team, so today we're going to talk about handling objections. If you see me look off screen, I'm just looking at my notes, so I hope you forgive me for that. So the first thing about objections is you need to reframe how you're thinking about it. They're not really objections. They're really an opportunity for you to see where the other person's area of resistance is. So, a lot of times what we'll get is radio silence when we'll start to talk to invite someone, particularly if we haven't made a good connection. You will get silence from the other person, and that's very hard to deal with, or at least to move forward from. Whereas if you get an answer and there's an objection, now you know that the person at least is interested in talking about it, but has a resistance point, and you can now use that objection to identify what the resistance point is. There are basically two versions of objections in our business. One is to the products. And unlike other network marketing business, ours is very product driven because we have such amazing life-altering programs. And the other is to the business itself. So when we talk about products, it usually comes in one of two varieties. It's either an objection to the amount the stuff costs, and we've run into that a lot with Shakeology, or it's whether or not the products will actually work for them. In both cases, it comes down to a lack of belief on the other person's part in the product themselves. So basically, people don't believe Shakeology is going to work for them or give them the nutritional support that they need or that we're promising with it. They've seen too many things that have made too many promises, and they've become skeptical as a result. So your job then is to provide them with enough information and, more importantly, enough stories of people who have been successful with Shakeology to help them believe that Shakeology will be effective. If they believe it'll be effective, they'll fork it over. No one's really worried about the price of Shakeology except in very, very rare circumstances. If they actually believe Shakeology will work for them. I mean, people go out and buy iPhones for $700 because they want it. So they certainly can spend $130 on Shakeology if they believe this is something that's actually helped them lose weight. And if they're going to spend whatever $140 on a challenge pack if they believe the program in Shakeology is going to help them lose weight. You have to help them see that this is going to be an effective tool for them. And the best way to do that is not by telling them that Shakeology is full of ashwagandha. What it's going to be important to do is tell them the success stories with people who have had Shakeology. Remember, stories sell, facts tell. So you want to tell them stories. The other part is when you're talking to people about coaching, they tend to have two basic objections. One is they don't believe that network marketing works. And the second, and the far more common problem, is they don't believe they will be successful as a network marketer. And again, the best way around that is to be empathetic, and then to tell them stories of people just like them who have been successful. That's why it's important to build up a bank of testimonials. We don't want to make up stories. We want to tell them real stories of people who have had real success. The great way to be empathetic, regardless of what their objection is to use the feel, felt, found method. So it goes something along the lines of this. I understand how you feel. In fact, I felt that way myself, but what I found was... So let's say, I understand how you feel about Shakeology being too expensive. In fact, when I first started, I really felt that way myself. But what I found was that by having a consistent meal every day that I knew, what it was going to be, it was well worth that $4 a day that I spent on it. So you're giving them a story, you're telling them you identify with them, you understand their objection, you had it yourself, and then you're giving them a story about how you overcame it, okay? And it's the same thing with not believing, in network marketing. I don't have enough time. I understand what you mean. In fact, I felt that exact way myself. I wasn't having enough time, but what I found was that I could really condense my work down to less than an hour a day and really do this with a busy schedule. All right, guys, I hope you found that useful, and have a great day.